शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। कटाक्षकिरणाचान्त नमन्मोहाब्धये नमः।
कटाक्षकिरणाचान्त
कटाक्षकिरणाचार्य
नमन्मोहाब्धये नमः।
अनन्तानन्दकृष्णाय
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 जगन्मङ्गलमूर्तये
जगन्मङ्गलमूर्तये।
जगन्मङ्गलमूर्तये।
Right. Where did we leave it last time? Page
123.
123.
122. We have to
Okay,
start.
that the 10th shloka.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Swamiji, we have to discuss about coma, samadhi, and deep sleep.
Oh, yes, we said we will discuss that. Who's ready to talk about it?
I just collected some information I can share. Swamiji.
Sure. Sure.
Sarvebhya namaskara. See, basically 3 states it talks about: coma, deep sleep, that is sushupti, and samadhi. So the nature of experience wise, coma is something like a medical condition, can be prolonged or a prolonged unconsciousness. And deep sleep is a natural sleep stage.
Okay.
And samadhi, it says it is a meditative adoption in spiritual practice or something like that. Then coming to the awareness part of it, in coma, probably there is no awareness or it is unresponsive. And in deep sleep, there is no consciousness, but awareness is there. And samadhi, it is a heightened awareness and transcendence. And the brain activity, if you look at it, coma is irregular or it is severely impaired. Then it says in deep sleep, it is a normal, slow, wavy brain activity. And in case of samadhi, it talks about unique patterns, often heightened coherences or something. And there is also classification of the purpose and outcome of these 3 stages. It says that coma is basically survival state, not restorative, caused by either it is caused by injury or illness. Whereas deep sleep is a restorative for body and mind, essential for health. And samadhi is a spiritual realization, unition with higher consciousness.
Any other inputs? Anybody else? Common sense we can use.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to necessarily input from from ChatGPT.
It's not from ChatGPT. That's a lot of things.
Because we know these, we know all three. We know what a samadhi is, we know what coma is, we know what deep sleep is. We've studied deep sleep. Other two we've not studied, but common sense we know. So who has some other inputs on that?
Can I speak?
Yes. So Divyan's question, I think.
Yes. Am I audible?
A little low in volume, but it's okay.
So like, I think we are in like talking about the subjective experience here, not the objective, what like medical field is interested in, like they are seeing a patient and they are scanning their brains and physical like responses. So deep sleep, like this is just what I understand. So deep sleep is like when the both are Gyanendriyas, Karmendriyas, and the mind, all of three are unmanifest. So like all of them are not accessible, and there is only pure awareness. And we are able to recollect about it when we wake up. Coma is, so this is natural, right? Every day we go to deep sleep. And coma is like when there is some physical, let's say, damage to, let's say, a brain or some important function. So that, so the if the instrument is broken, then there is no experience. So it's kind of that thing. So it's also absence of experience, but it's like kind of the body or mind is like brain or body has some damage or something. And samadhi is, it's a vritti jnanam, where like when I'm talking about the Patanjali samadhi here, that we have dharana, dhyan samadhi. So when we perform dhyana for quite a long time, so like we are keep on like repeating the same thought again and again. So after some time, the karta dissolves. Then only the alambana, that the thing that we are focusing on, that only keeps on like going, and we are only experiencing that. And after some time, that also disappears. The experiencer also disappears. Alambana also disappears. So that is the state where there is no movement in the mind, or and there we say that the pure awareness exists, but it's still as a form of a vritti only. So in during that time, we are not saying that okay, I experience pure awareness or something. Only pure awareness remains. But when we come out of samadhi after some time, naturally, we are able to recollect at that time that only I was there. So in kind of deep sleep, we say nothing is there, and for samadhi, we are able to recollect actually, okay, so only I was there. There was no like thoughts coming and going. So in that sense, it's more like let's say uh, like I'm not sure, but it's still a vritti jnanam only. Yes.
Very good. Any other inputs? Anybody else give some thought?
In samadhi, the consciousness is fully aware. The self-indulgent thing is completely on. Whereas the other two things, there is a malfunction. So in deep sleep, nothing is functioning. Whereas in coma, it is malfunction of the brain. So this is the way I distinguish between the three things. Whereas in coma, because of the brain malfunction, it is not active. Whereas in deep samadhi, it is still active and everything is alive, effulgent. In deep sleep, nothing is known to us. That's my take. Yeah.
There's a fourth we can also consider. What's the difference between coma and brain dead?
Coma is brain dead, no?
No, brain. There's a possibility of coming back from coma. Whereas in brain
Coma
dead, it's nothing is is dead and gone. That sort of thing. It's only question of time when you remove all the artificial things and you accept the truth.
Let me introduce a fifth element. Jnanam.
Jnanam is knowing that I am the same awareness that is in deep sleep and that is in waking and dreaming also. So, like, of course, like it happens in waking state only. But like,
That means you are a jnani, you are already a realized soul. So you are absorbed in the Brahman. So you are no different from that. So you are absorbed in that, you are fully aware, and you can be doing anything or you need not do anything at all. So that's the ultimate state of realization, self-realization, Atmajnana, right?
All of these are right. The samadhi that we talk about is the samadhi, as Divyansh mentioned, in yoga. Samadhi is somewhat like jnanam, except that it is temporary. You're back in the transactional jagat when you get back. Jnanam is, again, somebody mentioned, just awareness. Even when you return back into the, returning, sorry, even if you are in the, while you're aware of the rest of the transactional jagat, you're still clear that what is aware of the transactional jagat is not the I. It's a transactional I. Karma, as you all mentioned, is it's a disability of the karana. It's a physical disability, which may restore, which may not restore. One can, that's all to do with the brain. That as a karana is not operating. So even if signals are coming in from all the jnanindriyas, nothing happens because there's no way of processing them. They remain as signals. So all of you are right. This is what the difference is. And brain dead is really a situation where this instrument goes completely, you can't fix it. It's dead and gone. Only our hospitals will tell you, no, we will keep it on ventilator another 5 days, 6 days. We need your permission to take it off the ventilator. And each day will cost you another lakh of rupees. But really, brain dead means it's the end of that non-functioning vegetable. That's it. That's really the difference between these. Deep sleep is somewhat like jnanam, but it's not jnanam. Somewhat like jnanam in the sense that there is no other thing than the awareness, than chaitanyam. Nothing else is there. But you are not aware of the chaitanyam. So the I that I continue to exist as, my own concept of I, that is unaware of everything. But in jnanam, that I continues to operate in the transactional jagat, but it is not, even of that also, I is aware. Awareness, pure consciousness. There's no other word to use it, pure consciousness. Yes, Divyansh.
So Swamiji, like my main question was that we only talk about the deep sleep experience, not the Patanjali Samadhi. I know that because the Vedanta is not talking about the yoga, but I have heard that if someone had attained, let's say, Nirvikalp Samadhi, then giving them jnanam is like very very easy because they have already have.
Possible, because they are been there and back. The difference is you go there, you don't come back once you get the jnanam. There's no coming back. That's only difference.
Also, I think I showed you the book that I got from Anekati, the Vedantic Ways to Samadhi. That is based on Drisha Viveka. So that also talks about samadhi, like Drishyanuvid, uh, Savikal Samadhi, then Shabdanuvid Savikal Samadhi, and Nirvikal Samadhi also. But that
Yeah.
is kind of like what we say, Nidhi Dhyasana. But they also say that by not we need not like attain Patanjali Samadhi, because that is like quite very difficult anyways. But by going through that and contemplating also, we can attain like that state.
Correct. What you do is, the Viparita Bhavana goes. You are then a jnani. Okay. Shall we go back to our reading? Who would like to read today? Jaya, you haven't read for quite a while. You want to give it a try?
He's a teacher. Teacher does not read.
No, I can read. I don't have a problem.
I'll read it.
You read the verse, in fact,
Verse 10,
verse 10, yeah.
122. Suptehami na drishyante dukkadosha pravrittayah atastasyaiva samsarah na me samsartrisakshinah samsartrisakshinah. It is not that Sakshi is released from the blemish and Ahankara is subject to all the blemish. We are not making any judgment here. We are just looking at the situation objectively. What happens?
Just for my own recollection, in the previous one, we were talking about Ahankara and Sakshi Chaitanyam. And that was a discussion, if I remember right. I think this probably takes it up further in the same direction.
Yeah.
Ahankara and Sakshi Chaitanya. What is the role of Ahankara and what is the role of Sakshi Chaitanya? Yeah.
So we are just looking at the situation objectively. What happens when one is in deep sleep? Suptau. Supte ahamina drishyante dukkha dosha pravrittayah. Ahami supte. When the ahankara is resolved in the deep sleep state, ahami supte sati dukkha dosha pravrittayah na drishyante. All the samsara dharmas, dukkha, pain, raga dveshadi doshas, likes and dislikes, anger, guilt, hurt, etc. All these doshas and pravrittis, ragadi karya bhutah pravrittayah, all constitute dukkha dosha pravrittayah. And all of them na drishyante, they are not seen at all in sleep. I am not saying that ahankara alone is a samsari and atma is not a samsari. I am only pointing out what you experience, what your own experience tells. That is all that we are doing. This is how things are. Ahami supte dukkha dosha pravrittayah na drishyante. In the sushupti, they are not seen at all. When ahankara is not there, I still continue to be. Therefore, atmani na samsarah or atmanah na samsarah. When you get up, then you again find all the samsara, dukkha, dosha, etc., which were not in the sleep. And therefore, ata tasyaiva samsarah. Tasya eva ahankarasya eva samsarah by anvaya vyatireka. Because ahankara sati samsara, and when ahankara is not there, there is no samsara.
It's very clear, no? The anvaya vyatireka.
Anvaya vyatireka.
It is there, the samsara is there. It's not there, samsara is not there. Ratnamji?
Swamiji, just one grammatical doubt I had. This where is it? Atmani na samsaraha or Atmanaha na samsaraha. What is the difference here? Grammatically, I think there is a strange point.
Atmani is Saptami.
Atmi is Saptami. Aptanaha is
Atmanaha is Shashti.
Shashti.
It is samsara is neither of the Atma nor
Or
in the
by
Atma.
the Atma.
Nor in the Atma. In the Atma.
Yeah, in the Atma.
There is an interesting this thing here, which I remember seeing Swami Paramarthananda's. What is Hami? Ahami. Supte Ahami na drishyante. Or Ahami kim na drishyante? Dukkha dosha pravrittaya na drishyante. Where? Supte sati Ahami dukkha dosha pravrittaya na drishyante. So where na drishyante? There's a Saptami there.
In the Atma, in the mind.
In Ahami.
In the Ahankara, in the Ahama. The
Ahami. How do you derive Ahankara from Ahami?
By just the word that Aham, Ahami, I thought it is that Ahankara.
This is Swami Paramarthananda. I don't know if Swamiji has covered that, but I remember reading Swami Paramarthananda's reading or hearing him somewhere, where he says, normally, Aham avam vayam mam
Ma avam now asman naha.
Asman naha. Okay. But there, what would be the Saptami? Mai. Saptami will be Mai.
Mai avayoho spas.
So Swamiji explains this, and in fact, I should check this, just remembered this. Ahami is also Saptami. But the way the vibhaktis work in this are different. You don't get aham, ama, mayam there for Saptami of Mayi. Here the declination is different. And here the Saptami becomes ahami. And I have to read this again. I don't remember all of it now. But Swamiji says that is because this aham represents the ahankara. And that declines differently. I will check this out. Like I said, I don't remember. But Swami Paramarthananda has definitely talked about this. I hope that later in the text, Swamiji also will talk about it, because ahami is not something we've heard normally. If you want to say in aham, you have to say mai. So what is ahami? I will check this out and let you know. But as far as I remember, what he said was this aham, and it declines differently, is the ahankara. Now, Swamiji simply said that, I saw it just now somewhere you were reading. Atmanina samsaraha. Where did you read just now?
123
121st paragraph.
Aham supte, ahami supte, dukkha dosha bhartaya na drishyante. In the sushupti, you're not saying, when ahankara is not there, I still continue to be. But ahankara is referring to as, in the ahankara, it is not there. When the ahankara is not there, it is not there. Because sushupti, ahankara is not there. Aham is there. Ahankara is not there. Therefore, even when the aham is not there, aham is there, but ahankara is not there, no samsara. No sukha, dukha, no nothing. A great musician, even he in deep sleep doesn't remember anything with music. But next day when he wakes up and the ahankara comes back, he remembers everything about it. He can start his riyaz immediately. So whether it is, because he is saying dukkha dosha pravrittaya, not only dukkha dosha, but also positives, as far as samsara is concerned. They are linked to ahankara. I see a couple of hands up. Shobha?
I have this Swami Paramarthananda's text in front of me. Is it okay if I read it out?
Oh, okay. Can you read what he says?
Sorry, is it?
Yeah, you can read, Shobhaji.
Can you read what he says?
Is it okay? I think I'm losing
Net is the issue. Net issue is there.
connection.
Mm.
Is it me? I think I'm freezing, but I'll try. Ahami is a peculiar declination. The very word aham is declining. Normally, the aham shabda is aham avam vayam,
Yeah.
mam avam now
Amma avanno aspannaha.
asmannaha, and Saptami Vibhakti is
Nai-
yeah. And the Saptami Vibhakti is Mai
Mai.
Avayoho
Asmas.
Asmatu.
Masu.
This is regular. I think it's a typo. It's a special declination. Aham, ahamau, ahamaha. And Saptami is here taken as ahami, ahamoho,
Right.
aham,
Masu.
ahamasu. Is it ahamasu or
Let somebody talk
ahamsu?
about it. Yeah.
Masu.
Yeah.
Masu.
Can you take that and share it in the group, Shobha? Maybe take a picture and share
Sure,
it.
will
in the
do.
group. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually,
Divyansh, you had a hand up?
Shobhaji, if you are going to
Yeah.
do the cut paste, do the next paragraph also.
What's the next paragraph?
Yeah, where he goes
Because the
on to
next
talk
paragraph,
about
he clarifies
English part.
clearly the difference between
Okay.
ahami and ahankara.
Okay, share that in the group, please.
Yeah, it is.
I will do
So
that. Yeah.
what I have understood from that, Swamiji, is he says when we normally use the word I, we are referring to this wrong notion of self, right?
Right.
But ahami, when we use, don't translate it with the same I. Instead, put I within quotes.
Okay.
So he gives an example when we say when I arrive, right? Versus when I arrives within quotes.
Minus
Two are
minus
different.
ahankara. Minus
The
ahankara.
first one will be when I arrive. Second
Which
one
is
when
the normal
I arrive.
correct.
Arrives.
When second one is when the inverted
When
comma I
I
arrives.
arrives.
That is
Arrives.
the true self. Exactly.
Okay. You can share it. Somebody else had a hand up. Padmashri?
Yes, Swamiji. I just wanted to tell that it is taken as halang shab directly instead of that root normal ashmad, which is the normal root for it. So here they have used the word itself to indicate the difference which Jayaji explained. So that is why the declaration was being done like that. In Saptami.
I also don't know this because ahami, I'm coming across the first time the use of the word ahami. But
Yes,
it's interesting.
because in Paniniya Sutras, when they give the sutras, there the word itself they take it and do the declination. So that is why when we do the normal prakriya and in the sutra, there is a difference. So this is what here it is being observed. They have used the word itself. They have not used the mool root of aham, ashmad. Instead of they have used aham itself
Aham
and done
itself
the
as
declaration.
So, but that is a permitted route, is it, aham?
Yes. No, it is not permitted, but I think this is a special case. So where
Because
I
if you
think
go
the
to
poet,
ashtadhyayi.com, it doesn't
they don't
recognize the
get.
word ahami.
Yes.
It doesn't
But
recognize the word ahami.
the
Because
poets, I think they have special permission. Like usually, Kavi has that liberty to use
Poetic
certain.
Arsha prayogam.
Poetic
Arsha
justice.
prayogam.
Poetic
Yes.
justice.
Arsha prayogam.
could be Chandasa Prayogam. I don't know. If anybody can find out, please share it. In any case, Shubha is going to share what Swamiji has said. We will read that together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we
Yes,
continue?
I'll do that.
So two points coming out in this. One is the Anvaya Vyatireka, and the other is the use of the word ahami.
Okay. Then extending this, someone comes up with this brilliant idea. Only when the ahankara is there, there are problems. Therefore, if you remove the ahankara, there will be no problem. So they will say that you have to remove the ahankara.
Can you remove the ahankara?
Who removes the ahankara?
Can't. Yeah. You can only
We are not,
recognize the ahankara as an unenlightened ahankara or enlightened ahankara. Only possibility. Yeah.
we are not talking of the removal of the ahankara. The removal of the ahankara is only possible when the ahankara has reality. What we are trying to prove here is that ahankara is not the reality. That is all we are trying to prove. We say that when the ahankara is there, all the samsara is there. When the ahankara is not there, ahami sukte sati dukkha dosha pravrittayah na drishyante. And therefore, this ahankara na aham. So, why should you have to remove ahankara? It is removed already. Baditha. Badita. Aham, the Atma, does not have the ahankara dharma. Therefore, the sakshi that obtains in the deep sleep state, that sakshi Atma is already free from samsara. Therefore, we need not eliminate the samsara. Atma is free from samsara. Atah tasya eva samsarah ahankarasya eva samsarah. Name samsartr sakshinah. Samsara belongs to ahankara and not to me, the Atma, who is the witness of the samsari ahankara. That ahankara is not me. This aham, samsartra sakshi, is me. Samsara belongs to the ahankara. Therefore, for this samsartra sakshi, for me the sakshi of the samsari ahankara, there is no samsara. I am already free. Then how come I feel like a samsari? That is because the sakshi atma is not really understood. It is yet to be understood properly. The sakshi atma is sarvanvitaha, a sitting duck for taking on everything. Therefore, all the colorations appear upon the Atma, like all the various colors appear on Sphatika, crystal, making the Sphatika look blue, red, etc., though it is free of color. Similarly, varieties of colorations appear upon the Atma, and then we get carried away by them due to adhyasa. When properly understood, Sakshi Atma, Chaitanya Atma alone is the Atma. So, Samsartra Sakshi, the one who is Sakshi of the Samsari, is not the one who is affected by Samsara. This was said in the last verse. Every verse here is a sadhana. It is a sadhana for the sadhya. What is sadhya? Brahmaiva aham satchidananda lakshanam. It is siddham, but siddha becomes sadhya because of a doubt. Therefore, removal of the doubt becomes the sadhana. It is called mananam. This is a manana rupa grantha. The whole thing is mananam.
Very nice. Any analysis on what you've read just now?
So I think this is just repeated reminder to ourselves to note that we are strongly established in the Viparita Bhavana. That is what is standing as the only obstacle to realizing our Swarupa, which is truly aparoksha, right? We don't need to think. So aparoksha is without a thinking process, right? But why we are not seeing that is because we have already developed the opposing viparita bhavana, that I am this, I am that, I am that, all that. So all of that is what we need to remove or, drop somehow, right? That is where Nididhyasana comes. But before that, this step is about bringing about that clarity to remove all the doubt that we can be something else. So we are only that one Satchidananda, and there is only one non-dual, right? So this is I think this is the most, in my view, we have been discussing that couple of times, I think, with some of you, that this is the toughest part, which is very unique to Advaita, where it is telling you to give up this individuality. You are not an individual anymore, right? If you really understand what this means, there is no individual thereafter. So that is something very difficult to digest. So this is where the whole challenge is, right? But that is the only way out. That's what.
That is the challenge. We've been looking at saying anything that changes, something else must see the change.
Correct.
And we've been looking at that and saying that even Ahankara changes, and therefore Ahankara also needs something else to see that it's changing. Otherwise, how do you know it's changing? So that is one set of arguments. This is another set of arguments. So if you combine the two, that when Ahankara is there, all the samsara is there. When Ahankara is unmanifest, there's no samsara. I think makes it easier for us to grasp, so that the step towards aparoksha jnana that you're talking about becomes that much easier. This siddha vastu has become sadhya vastu. Siddha vastu means that which is already known, established. That's a fact. But what we are desperately trying to do is to study it, saying that is my sadhya vastu. That's what I'm trying to understand. Brahman is what I'm trying to understand as sadhya vastu. This individuality is the issue. That's why, when you have any Dvaita, anything other than Advaita, whatever you say is moksha, whether it's heaven or samipyam or whatever it is. Question that immediately comes up is, in what form? Are you going there in the same form? Are you take a different form? Do you maintain your individuality? I remember Swami used to say, you go to Vaikuntha as what? You're going to be near Perumal. As what? As an amoeba? As what? A good question to think about. It is simply only knowledge that there is no difference. Then this Aham Brahmasmi becomes a understandable sentence. Yes, Divyansh.
You said, in what form do we go to Vaikuntha? Like, can I share what ISKCON says?
Huh?
What?
Can I share what
ISKCON
ISKCON
says?
says?
Sure. Share it with everybody.
So they say that when you go to Goloka, all of you take the form of Krishna only. Like, all of you will look alike like Krishna, but the main Krishna, the Bhagavan, will have Kostumani on his chest.
Oh.
Others will not have. That is the only way you can identify him. But
So-
all of you will look alike. So that is
First
there.
fellow who goes there will be Krishna 1,
Very
Krishna
nice.
2, Krishna 3, Krishna 4, etc.
Yes.
There is still one superior Krishna with the Kaustubhamani. At the Visishtadvaita, people say that, no, you surrender to God. He will take care of your moksha. Don't worry about moksha. They say that he will take care of it. So I surrender on to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still, when you say I surrender, who surrenders?
Who surrenders to
The
whom?
Ahankara surrenders. They
In what
know
way
if
surrender?
the Sakshi realization is there, probably they won't have told I surrender.
So all that has to be, all of those arguments you can discuss and see where the block will come. In any of those systems, anything other than Advaita, there will always be some difficulty which you cannot get away with.
My question has always been to the Shaivites or Vaishnavites is where is that Vaikuntha Loka? Where is that Kailasa? Has anybody gone and come back if it is really there? I mean,
in fact, only the other day I was reading somebody sent me a video about Kailasa also. Nobody has climbed Kailasa. No mountaineer who's climbed much bigger peaks, much tougher peaks, has been able to climb Kailasa.
Yeah, YouTubers.
Not only that, they also say that there are all kinds of changes that take place when you try to climb Kailasa. You age much faster. All kind of things they say happens there. The scientists say we don't know what's happening. Incredible. But all that I will take with her as unexplained. There's no more than that.
Correct.
Yes, Divyansh.
So this Vishishtadvaita part, which Ratnabhi said, that you surrender to the Ishvara, he will give you moksha. So I think like there is some, like it's on my own opinion only, that there is some truth into that. But that is that you do bhakti of Ishvara in the form only, and he will manage that you will get jnanam.
Exactly.
So it's like that only, right? That
Yeah. They don't say gnanam. They don't say gnanam.
Absolutely
There
correct.
the
They
word
don't
gnanam
say
is not
gnanam.
used.
See, all of these other ones stop at one level.
Yes.
They are to that extent incomplete. All of them tell you bhakti is non-negotiable. All of them tell you. How do you take that act? Who do you surrender to? All that, they have different things. But essentially, that's why in Advaita, it is not only just surrender. Because there is nothing to surrender. What are you going to surrender? But we talk about Ananya Bhakti. The bhakti where you are asking Ishvara for only one thing. I know, because I've been studying for a number of years, that you and I are not the same, are exactly the same. No different. I don't see how. I look different. I'm limited. You're not limited. Please help me understand how they are the same. That is pure knowledge. So if you look at surrender into the next step, that is Ananya Bhakti. This text is really incredibly good. Is something more, Divyansh?
Swamiji, there is one question. So I don't know how the grammar works, but I heard somewhere the ahankara words come from aham plus akara. When aham takes the akara of body or mind, then we can say ahankara. When it's
I suppose you
nirakara,
can interpret it like that, but I thought the simpler way of looking at it was when you say, for example, the varnas, aksharas, what do you say? Akara, ukara, ikara, etc. Like that, ahankara. The what I think I am.
so we can attach kara to anything, to any noun.
I don't know if we can grammatically do that, but from an understanding purpose, yes, we can do it.
Okay. Because aham is also not a varna, right? So
No. Shall we move on?
Now there is an objection here. You say that the ahankara is not there in Sushupti. Then this ahankara cannot get up in waking and dream because it is not there. Since the ahankara is not there in deep sleep, who gets up from sleep? Ahankara does not get up. Ahankara cannot get up because it is not there at all. The one who is there alone can get up. When antakarana is up, ahankara is there. When antakarana is not there, ahankara is not there. Therefore, ahankara is not available in deep sleep. Then who gets up? Naturally, whoever is there in deep sleep state, he is the one who gets up. So, the ahankara does not get up. Therefore, Atma alone gets up with the antakaradi dharmas. Therefore,
Ahankaradi dharmas.
Ahankaradi dharmas. Therefore, Swapna Jagarau, Atmanah eva, dream and waking belong to Atma alone. Sushupti also is for Atma alone because he experiences it. He says, I slept, etc. Therefore, Sushupti as well as the Swapna and the Jagrad Avasthas, all three Avasthas are only for the Atma. Ahankarasya Adarshanat Sushuptau. In the deep sleep state, the Ahankara not being there. The one who is not there cannot get up at all. Therefore, whoever gets up is the one who is there, and the one who is there is Atma, even according to you. Therefore, Atmanah eva sushupti, Atmanah eva swapna jagarau, and therefore samsari Atma iti siddham. The three states belong to Atma alone, and this proves Atma is a samsari.
Very nice, no? Very nice. It is putting again doubts in our own mind. We just now clarified everything, and now suddenly again a new doubt comes up.
You can look at the word. What is the word is used? Where is that? Ahankarasya adarshanat sushuptau. Sushuptau, ahankarasya adarshanat. What is the literal meaning of the word adarshanat?
Not seen.
Not
Being
seen.
not
Not
available for you.
witnessed.
It does not mean it is not there.
Not
It is
seen by you.
available for your recognition.
Correct.
That's all, no? In fact, he is making, he translates into this because it is not there. Since ahankara is not there in sleep, now nowhere does it say it's not there.
It's not available there.
It's not available. It is unmanifest. Because he uses these words, twisting the word. You say that the ahankara is not there in Sushupti. Then this ahankara cannot get up in the waking and dream because it's not there. But it doesn't say it's not there.
For which the answer is Suptaha suptim na janati na supte swapna jagarau jagrat swapna sushuptinam sakshatohamatadrishaha
Dashaha.
dashaha.
Aham atad dashaha.
Aham
Atad dashaha.
It is not true. It is not as you think. Supta suptim na janati. If the ahankara had gone to sleep, definitely suptaha ahankaraha suptim na janati. Then ahankara cannot say, I slept. Because suptaha suptim na janati, the ahankara does not know that he slept because he is already suptaha. Saha suptim na janati. Therefore, there is someone asuptaha, someone who has not gone to sleep. But that the ahankara is not experienced in deep sleep state does not account for the total absence of ahankara. Ahankara is there, sukshma rupena samskara rupena, and that is called avyakta. Samskara rupena asti eva ahankaraha. Even though he does not know himself because he is suptaha. All these doubts arise because the tatparya has not been understood. What is said in the preceding verse is not ahami abhave, but ahami supte.
To the point. The word is not abhava.
The Purva Pakshi does not seem to understand the words and then creates a doubt, a Purva Paksha. That is why I said that the Ahankara is there in a samskara form. Definitely it is there in deep sleep. It is not gone. So this avastha trayam ahankarasya eva, the one who is suptaha alone will wake up. As Sakshi Chaitanya, alupta drik was there even in the deep sleep state. What is alupta drik?
Alupta drik, literally, it means with eyelids kept open like that. And that means not sleeping, not changing anything. But that's the literal meaning. But meaning basically it being presence.
Sakshi Chaitanya is always there, wide open. Okay. Alupta drik. And therefore that alupta drik alone is Atma. For the Ahankara to say in the morning, I slept well, there was someone else who was there, very much present in the deep sleep state. Therefore, you have to accept a Sakshi. Otherwise, there is no way of saying, I slept well. There must be a Sakshi with reference to a resolved Antakarana.
Yeah, with reference to a half awake Antakarana. There must be a Sakshi with reference. Oh, sorry, my part. Resolved Antakarana. Okay.
Yeah, to a resolved Antakarana with reference to a half awake Antakarana and with reference to a fully awakened Antakarana.
Sushupti, Swapna, and Jagrata.
Therefore, Sakshi Chaitanya is asuptaha eva and asuptasya na swapna jagarau. There is no possibility of waking up or dreaming for the Sakshi, the one who did not sleep. Asuptaha, the one who had not slept at all, who is a witness even in the deep sleep state, how is he going to wake up? Only the one who slept wakes up. Therefore, one who wakes up is only the Ahankara. Asuptaha, the one who is the Sakshi, the witness, is awake even when the Ahankara has gone to sleep. That witness, therefore, cannot and does not wake up. The one who was Supta alone will wake up. Sada waker or Sada sleeper cannot wake up. Therefore, Suptaha alone wakes up, not anybody else. Is Atma Suptaha? No. Atma is Alupta Drik, Sakshi Chaitanya. Therefore, there is no question of Sushupti, dream or waking for Atma. Asuptasya Atmanah Swapna Jagarau na Bhavatah. Atma is Bhavatah. Atma is Asupta. Therefore, for whom is Swapna and Jagrata Avastha? It is for the one who is Supta. Who is Supta? Ahankaraha Sushupti Avasthayam Samskara Rupena Vartate Ahankara iti Nyayate. Therefore, waking up does not belong to the Sakshi Atma. Na asupte swapna jagarau, asupte sakshini atmani na swapna jagarau. There is no swapna and jagara avastha for Sakshi Atma who never goes to sleep. Therefore, samsara is not there for Sakshi.
These subtle arguments, these last 2-3 verses, but all of them, each one is a is worth debating and thinking about. No? It's like
Actually, Swamiji, there is one further clarity that can be brought out, because though we are just focusing on Sushupti, the truth is even in Swapna Avastha, this waking Ahankara is not there. It is a different Ahankara. So in dream state, only the Chitta is functional. Ahankara, Buddhi and Manas are switched off. Only from Chitta there is a projection of a dream world. And that also gives an indication that Ahankara is just created there. So that Ahankara is different because I am only one of the characters in the whole dream world. So that Ahankara is different from the waking Ahankara. So there itself you can see that you are not the Ahankara. And then come to Sushupti, it is nothing, both are not there. Chitta is also non-functional.
Yeah, the thing is, when one who is asleep cannot say I'm asleep, cannot know I'm asleep. It's like 10 people are sleeping and somebody comes and says, those who are sleeping, please put your hand up. Who will put your hand up? If you're sleeping, please put your hand up.
Yeah.
Sushupti, but this Avasthatraya is a good analysis. It makes things clear.
Clearly something in our daily experience, right? Yeah.
All of his experiences.
Very well brought out about the Turiam aspect in this thing. Actually,
I'm
the
sorry,
word
come again?
Turiam is not used here, but otherwise he's talking about that Turiya Avastha, which we discussed in Tattvada.
It is Turiya. In Mandika Upanishad, it's called Turiya. We have last question and then we close for the day.
Yes, like to Jayaji's point, like I think one can then raise a doubt. So you might be the, let's say, intrinsic part of your Antakarana only. So in waking, Antakarana is working, in dream, Antakarana is working, right?
No,
Even though
that's what
only
I said.
Chitta is working, but that is also part of Antakarana, right? So how do
Yeah.
you say you are beyond Antakarana?
No, I didn't say beyond Antakarana. You are confusing Antakarana and Ahankara. In waking state, all the four faculties are functional. Ahankara, Chitta, Manas, Buddhi.
All these four are Antakarana.
In dream state, only Chitta is functional.
Okay.
So one has to realize that in dream state itself, your Ahankara has gone to sleep.
So if Ahankara is not in dream state, how then I say that I am the dreamer? How do I attach myself with dream?
Correct, because in the dream there was another Ahankara.
So Ahankara was there, no?
No, that is another Ahankara. I'm repeating again, please.
Okay.
In the dream state, let us say in the dream now you are dreaming that all of us are with you. Right? So you are another small Divyansh. You are not the waking Divyansh anymore.
Yes, correct.
But the truth is, me, Swamiji, all of us are actually you only. You don't realize that because now you have taken a different, smaller Divyansha Ahankara, which is a dream Divyansha Ahankara, which is different from waking Divyansha Ahankara.
Okay.
This dream Divyansha Ahankara is a projection from your Chitta, which is different from your waking Ahankara. Clear? So there itself, it is already eliminated that you cannot be the Ahankara.
Wonderful. Actually, it's moving quite slowly, but I think we should move slowly. There's a lot to discuss and understand each verse.
But in that case, we also don't need dream state also, right? In the waking also, Ahankara keeps on changing as Swamiji says.
So either way, it is basically to understand that it is changing.
Yeah, that is what we are reading in all the texts, right? Even our body is constantly changing, but we keep saying I only. It's the same I.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om
धन्यवाद
Om Swamiji.
Om Prana.
Om Swamiji.